Now with Pacquiao, you see videos of him and he's over in the Philippines. He actually built affordable housing for his people and feeds his people.
Yeah.
And then we have, I hate to say, black champions in the United States.
Yeah.
They spend money on jewelry, houses, jets, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think about that first?
I don't think everybody lives like that, but the reason that's a trend is because of Mayweather. Mayweather made that famous, going to the mall and showing how much money you could pull out of your bag and then how much money you could spend, having girls with you, going to the strip club, fancy cars and shit like that. So I think the young fighters who don't know any better, who's not being properly schooled, they think that's the way. They think that's going to make you a champion. Buying a nice shirt or buying a nice pair of shoes will not make you champion. You may look good for that hour or that day or however you want to call it, but it won't help you in the ring none. So the reason that is a thing, it's just simply because Mayweather did it. Mayweather is a great fighter, and people think that's what made him a great fighter, the way he looks. It's not. It's not about his looks. It's about his skill set. His skill set has been set into him since birth.
Why do you think black fighters are a little less socially conscious nowadays versus the 80s, 90s, 70s?
What you mean, though, exactly?
A little less socially conscious. Well, you take Muhammad Ali. He stood for something. He gave up his belt for something he stood for.
Oh, you mean for...
Yeah.
Wow, they won't speak up.
Right.
Blackballed. They don't want to be blackballed. They don't want to stop making this money they're making. So the ignorance is what's paying right now. So they want to go with the ignorance or either just not say nothing at all. And I don't think that's fair to the youth. But the average person is a follower. And they're a follower because the vision, they don't have any vision. A person without vision has nothing. So when you wake up every day and don't even know what you want to do with yourself, you're going to go with what's popular. So if shopping at Gucci and buying fancy car, then you're going to make that your vision. You're going to make that your mission. Mm-hmm. Even though after you get it, you're still not going to be happy. You're still not going to feel like you did anything because you just bought an item for yourself that can be destroyed. You understand? And it could destroy you. So people are just being blinded right now. You know what I mean? A lot of these young fighters are being blinded, and it's not their fault. It's just what they're being told to look at. See, what happens is, starting the gym, the coach say, well, go home and watch Mayweather. They looking at the things he do great outside of the ring.
They're not at 24/7.
Yeah, they're not looking at the skill set. They're not looking at how he had to run a drill on a bag 10,000 times in a day. They're not looking at that. They're looking at the fact he riding around in a Bugatti. They're looking at the fact that he got girls with him. They're looking at the fact that he's in these diamonds. So that's what they want. That's what they think is going to make him champion.
But see, something like that, even with this generation, I don't think that would ever happen with a Philly fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In Philly, got a lot of fighters down here, tough fighting city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very conscious city. It's like most of the brothers down here I meet, they're Muslims, right? Most of the brothers down. I mean, Philly could be an Islamic state. Like the flag should be a crescent moon and a 5-point star. There's so many Muslim brothers down here, and I don't see that kind of buffoonery from Philly fighters.
Well,
or I haven't. Maybe it's something I don't see.
Let me tell you something. I'm not religious.
Okay.
But in Philly, the dollar has nothing to do with religion. So you could be Muslim and I could be Muslim. But if you have something I want, I'll come get it. The reason you don't see that too much in Philly, you'll be targeted. You can't run around Philadelphia diamonds. You can't run around Philadelphia diamonds and studded out watches and all that, and then your block is hungry. It don't make sense. It don't add up. So we do have guys that's like that wear jewelry, but they know better to let the youth go hungry. So if there's kids on your block where you from that's hungry and you run around like that, it's gonna be somebody that don't like it and they gonna come for it. Now in other states or countries or whatever, they may allow things like that. In Philadelphia, it's an unspoken thing, but that type of stuff is not allowed. So that's why when you do see a guy go get a chain, he half tucking it. Or if he pull it out somewhere safe. He's not gonna go all night with that and let it swing all crazy and then he keeps showing it. Nah, that's not our upbringing.
Nobody in Philly walking around with a book bag with $1 million in it?
No, because Because once word get out, he may not make it out of the function that where he is. You know what I'm saying? He may not make it out safe. You know what I mean? So in Philly, people don't talk like this, but that's the honest to God truth. Philadelphia is a very treacherous city, very tricky city, dirty city. You know what I'm saying? A lot can happen to you if you act in that manner. So it's just not allowed here. They can say, "Oh, I wear my Rolex," and that's but you make sure take care of your people too.
So Philly, before you start shining, you got to pay your taxes first.
Got to pay your taxes. I don't care how they say they paying them, or no, I ain't doing that. Or shit, they paying them taxes to somebody. And like I said, it could be simply the kids. It could be the kids. It could be the guy who run the block. It could be an older woman on the block that makes sure all the kids eat. But you have to pay them taxes. You have to. Or you move.
Move. Is it a certain part of Philly you can move to where you can shine, or?
No.
Okay. So it's the whole city.
It's the whole city. It don't matter where you at. You got to take care of your people. If you don't take care of your people, what are you doing? What you doing? You gonna talk about your money? You gonna talk about your cars, and then you gonna let this little kid starve? Or you gonna let that lady who helped you throughout your youth when you was going through things in school or just coming up, you may not have ate every night. That lady right there used to feed you. Now you sitting on all this money and you can't even go make sure she got anything, a loaf of bread? Philly not that kind of city. And if that word get out that you doing them type of things, then people look at you different.
So say you taking care of your people down here, and people know it. You can shine in. But is it people from the other side, or will they respect you because you're taking
more
care
so
of
respect you first. Respect you first. Now, if you in people's faces with it, you laughing and you going acting outside of yourself and you throwing money at them and disrespecting them, you're going to have to pay for it, just like anywhere else. But if you being respectful about it and you making sure people are employed in your neighborhood or being fed or, taking care of little things, you know what I'm saying? Then you okay. The other guys in the neighborhood will say, listen, damn, he doing this, he doing that, but guess what? He look out for his people though, so I respect it. It's respect first.
Because I know y'all gave Cat Williams a beat down here.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but I heard about that. Yeah, I don't. Now,
What's the word on the street?
I think he was just drunk and he was just doing too much. That's all. I don't really know what happened.
See, because I don't understand that. Because real talk, Philly dudes are peace. If you come down here correct,
right,
they look out for you, take care of you, and there ain't really no beef.
Right.
But then when I saw my man get stomped out like that on stage, I'm like, what kid do?
Yeah, if you say, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, then that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll make it where you can't come back here. Or if you do, you better bring everybody you got, like security-wise, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how deep it get. It always depends on how deep it get.
So has it ever got to that point with some people where they got blackballed from the city?
Pretty sure.
Like, I grew up in Chicago, right?
Right.
Kevin Garnett had some beef with some guys, some about a watch. They told him don't bring his ass back to Chicago no more. He had to clear it up with some other people to come back.
Understood.
Is it like a network like that out here?
I can say it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that on so many levels. Philadelphia doesn't have one person who okays everything. If you got a problem with the from 15 to 21 group, you got a problem with them. You can't call somebody 35 and think it's just gonna get washed away.
Right.
You gotta take care of that 15 to 21, and then you gotta take care of that 22 to 30, because they the ones. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do a lot of taking care of, clearing up.
So y'all got so it's like age crews then.
Yeah, because listen, I'm 32. I can't go tell a kid 18 to go get that chain back, and he hungry.
Right.
I gotta come with something in trade. I gotta have something for trade, or I just gotta be willing to shed blood or have my blood shed, and it may not be worth it. So I may say to you, listen, that chain, man, they want 10,000, and you like 10,000 for mine. I'm like, bro, that's where it's at. Now, I might tell them, man, listen, when I get y'all that dime, I'm gonna need 20% off the dime. So now I get my $2,000, get them the 8, and then you got your chain back. You work it out like that, because you called me to go get it. Now I may have access to them, but I can't tell them just, yo, man, get that chain back. Nah, they hungry.
So it's not like that out here.
Nah, they hungry, bro. They hungry.
So the street politics out here, there are no mayors or governors.
There's no mayors and governors in Philadelphia. I never seen it. It may be in small neighborhoods, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it where an older guy could just come down. Yo, man, it used to be like that. But right now, no. Running Rebels right now. Running Rebels.